Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. Cheers, I'm just having a cup of tea to warm me up because it's been a bit cold. I just thought I'd put this picture up. It's something I did a while ago. Thought it'd be interesting to have snakes as hair, like a bit like Medusa. I extended the neck to make it a bit more snake-like. The girl with the pearl earring. It looks a bit weird. But anyway, let's go. Are you ready for this? This is the first oil painting I ever did. I found it on the pictures in my old phone, and I was like, oh, hello. What's this? So let's talk about what could be improved on it. I thought it'd be fun to do a critique on my own picture. So, using a red, let's use red. Let's go all out. Maybe not too red, more orangey red. And let's talk about what we would improve on it. What we can see anyway. If we was going to paint it tomorrow, what would we do? First thing I see is, when I look at it, I think the clouds are a little bit smoke-like. They sort of go like this. It's like it's coming from a volcano, really, isn't it? Not behind a mountain. So that's the first thing I would change. I don't think I'd have clouds that go that way. So, well, we know we're not going to do that. So we're not going to do clouds that way. And then I'm going to do a paint over to show you how I would probably do it now. Which might be a bit better. I don't know. And then this, there's no separation, is there, between this side of the mountain and that side of the mountain. And that one. And that one. No separation. And I find that a little bit odd. It's because I didn't do like one side with a blue hint to it and one side light, so yeah, so I'd change that as well. So let's quickly change those two things before we go any further. Let's use, what sky does that look like? It's probably go with a bit more cooler in the sky. What's that look like? Yeah, probably would use that. Let's get a brush. Let's do this. Let's do this. So let's paint these out. Paint these trees out as well for now. Because we want a background behind it. So let's paint the sky. Oh, it's all gone. And then I would have gone a bit lighter underneath. So just to save time and use the magic tools, go a bit lighter here. There we go, we've gone lighter, got our sky done. Merge them together. That is our sky layer. So let's go back to some brushes. Not quite as big as that. Maybe that. So then, like I said, I wouldn't use those clouds. Let's do a duplicate of that so I can use it at the top. So I wouldn't go with clouds like that. I would probably go with clouds that are more sort of straight, that are less stressful than those. Let's go for a bit of a greyish. Maybe that? I don't know. Maybe. Let's have a look. Let's get rid of that for now. Let us use our. So let's create some clouds. So we was thinking more like this. Maybe one sort of there, and one there, sort of on the top. There, and maybe another one there. Maybe more something like that. And then let's get a darker. Go for more blue. Blue and a bit darker. And then a bit lighter. Go for a light one now. Bit of a light hitting. See what that's like first. And yeah, you do go across the top. And this bit. Bit on that as well. Yeah. A bit there as well. And then I'll blend them a little bit using the blender. Something like that anyway. Just blend those bits out as well. Try and get rid of the harshness. Yeah, something like that. So we'll go with that. So we can now cut out the sky. I'm just using my mouth just to roughly cut that out. There. So say I went with that sort of sky. Automatically that looks a bit nicer, doesn't it? It's a little bit more nicer than what was there. So then the mountain, it probably needed just a shadow side. I mean, this is my first one, so we can't really. Let's paint it in and then paint it out again. And with the mountain bit now, so we'll paint that back in this side. Paint this in as well. I probably would have had another lump there. Maybe I'd have done that as well. And on that one as well. Probably have a bit more bluey greys in it as well. So it's quite a warm mountain colour. I'm surprised at how warm the mountain colour was. I would have gone with more of this sort of cooler colour. But anyway, there we go. And now just do that bit at the top because that's not quite. That bit there. Like that. And then on the other side, we would go for more of a blue. See, I haven't seen that very many mountains, so I'm not really sure how it looks. But if I was going to paint this, I probably would do it more like this. Just get that opposites. Maybe that's a bit too blue. Probably need to just drop it down to there on the opacity, so it's not a complete change. And then rather than being too crazy with the blue, let's try this. So let's say we did something like that anyway. So we did our blue side. So it looks a bit better, doesn't it? And then this area is where I really thought I could do something. This was the only area that I liked when I finished, but I thought, oh, there's something I could do here. So I'll leave that there just because I liked it originally. These trees, the problem with these trees, this is what I think. Let's duplicate this again. Move it back up to the top. Problem with these trees is there's not much dark in it. It's all almost the same colour because when I put the dark in, I got excited and started throwing the light in, and then this is what's happened. So look at the difference already that makes. It makes it a lot more stable as a painting. So yeah, so we'd go quite dark. We'd use green. I use one of these brushes. It's called Cezanne. There we go. So we've got a tree there and a tree there. Go a little bit darker, I think. Yeah, I'd do something like that. And then I'd put the branches in as well. Tree trunks. Use another brush. Gouache brush. Let's use that. Brushes don't actually matter too much. We're just using them to make the mark. Although that one didn't want to work as well. What's that like? Ooh, that's a bit weird. That's more like it. I just want to be able to see it. So I'd say we've got a few, I don't know how many trees there is here. There's a few anyway, isn't there? So say we've got a few little sticks and twigs and stuff as well. And then onto some green. And then we can put in a few highlights on here. Use it so you do that as well. Why not? So then we could add a bit more highlight, say we wanted it a bit more of it to hit in areas, maybe sort of here there's a bit more light. This side gets a lot more light, I would say. Yeah, it's just sort of something that I would do. Some of that would go in the water as well. Like that, and then blend it downwards. Bit of you know, like you would use a knife and just put in a bit of soil in there as well, like that. But yeah, I would do something more like that. I mean, you could change the trees and things, do whatever you wanted to do. Probably change this colour to be more of this sort of green. That's just some way I would change it, because that gives a more, because that's brown in the water as well. I've pulled the brown down and then it doesn't look quite as natural. So I'll put green in there instead. And I'll change that tree. be like that. And then probably, because that mountain looks really close to the water, you'd probably have a reflection of the mountain in there, wouldn't you? So what if I went... Actually, I'll just quickly sketch it instead. I was going to do a quick copy and maybe I'll just go... quickly sort of maybe there would be a reflection in the water. There probably would be with the water. With it being that close, there probably would be, wouldn't there? So yeah, I'd go with something more like this. This trees this side look like they need more height as well. So let's do that. Probably need a bit more. Make sure you leave those some dark areas though, don't mess all your dark up. That grass area can be more grass-like. Just blend that away and then I can go back with this brush. I actually think it looked better before. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. Anyway, that's how I would change this painting from what I did before, and what I would do now is I would just give it, so if we go back, let's just, you can see that needs a bit more grassy looking on it, and that can have a bit of light on it. There. So if we go back to what it was, that's how it was originally, and that's how I'd change it. So from that to that. So thanks very much for watching this one. This is a critique on my own painting and how I would change it now if I was going to repaint it. And I hope you enjoyed this. Hope it gave you something. I hope it gave you an idea anyway of what you could do. JB. So yeah, you could even put some birds in there, even one on the water. So much you could do. So thanks very much for watching this one, and I'll see you at another one. Cheers, bye.